I'm a spring and summer guy. Like that's I fuck with it. But I sound like this at the beginning of spring too because so I get sick. I used to get sick all the time back when I was doing a bunch of dumb shit and like just tearing my body apart.
You
Now,
used to have bronchitis like every other week.
dude, like I just fucking dude, my
Like,
my immune system hated me. But
Right.
nowadays, since I take like 25% better care of myself, I get sick like twice a year, and that's when the fucking weather changes. I have, I do get bad allergies, but good lord, we get.
I remember you used to have that fucking chloroseptic spray on fucking lock, like on a fucking holster next to
Dude,
your
I
bed.
still
had it
have
holstered.
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have. Yeah, I still wear a utility belt to work, and I've got 2 things of fucking Flonase on me at all time, dude. But honestly, I do have Flonase on my nightstand because I do daily Flonase. So
Double fisted Flonase.
it's fucking ridiculous. It was Claritin when I was a kid. The little dissolved tablets. I used to take one a day, and now I take fucking.
You built up an immunity.
Yeah, Claritin doesn't do dick for me anymore. So now, now I'm boofing a Claritin, and I'm fucking and snorting.
I don't think you're supposed to be putting it up your ass. But
well, dude, I heard it dissolves faster.
easy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude,
whatever works, man.
Right into my fucking bloodstream, dude.
Boofing Flonase.
You knew it was coming, dude. You knew it was coming. That was
that was my face the first time I put a thumb of Claritin on my ass. Oh
fucking
shit, dude. But yeah, dude, I fucking hate.
So anyway,
fuck fall. So fuck fall. Anyway, that's a Nick Traub fuck fall guarantee right there. I don't like it,
dude. Fucking, I feel the same way, man. Like if
you have fall up there.
Yeah, we have fall down here, dude. Fall in Nashville is like just as bad as St. Louis. It's a fucking river town that's just fucking humid all the time. We have the exact same climate. It's like 5 degrees warmer here. Fucking, it's brutal. I mean, you get allergies, you get all kinds of fucking dust up in your nose, and like every time this time of year, it's fucking brutal. So,
dude, it's so rough.
I used to have asthma. Well, I guess I still kind of do. Kind of like Traylon Burks. It only shows up at the worst possible times, but I fought
part-time asthma.
Yeah. So no, but that shit's fucking brutal. I mean, fuck. I don't know. There's probably better things for us to talk about than our fucking pussy ass allergies, though, isn't there?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's what's
affecting going on in your life and affecting you.
It's trending.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, so what would you like to chat about? What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit going on. Fucking one of the Migos just got in a game of dice. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
I found out that they were one. I guess one of them's the uncle.
Yeah,
Quavo. So Quavo. Yeah, this is the nephew. Is Takeoff, and then I don't know if Offset I think is related to him too, but I could be wrong, but
dude, they were so fucking good in Madden 2020 at football. Did you ever play them? At fucking what was it, the Ultimate Team? You could get the Migos on your team. It was badass. They were all like rated 99s. I took Takeoff to the fucking house several times.
Nice.
He'll be sorely missed on my Madden Ultimate Team.
That's the legacy right there.
Yeah, it's fucked up though. What a crazy day, especially for like Atlanta. Like, dude, that's just a
sad day. I saw from the Hawks, fucking
Trae Young.
Trae Young, dude, couldn't believe it. He's probably tied with them.
Well, he's at all this dude that he's
at all the
games. And what's wild is I was reading about it today at my Adele and I were texting back and forth about it. He was there at some dude named Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday party. That's who, like, he was there with, basically. And just a couple months ago, there was a guy named something the jeweler. I forget his name, but he was killed leaving a dice game of Jay Prince Jr.'s. So this is in Houston. So this is the second time in 2 months that someone has been killed at one of his dice games
on some bullshit.
And the other guy, what? No, go
So
ahead.
Houston's going to be like a no-fly zone for anybody in the game, dude, because the mob ain't
You're not protecting
yeah,
anybody.
you're not protecting the town, dude. It's wide open, dude. It's the Wild
Yeah,
West. So.
it's fucked up, dude. Because like that's
Is
wild.
that how that works? Is you like if you're a
Well,
rapper, you have a mob like protects you?
So in certain cities like
Yeah.
Houston and stuff, like when you go to these big
Well, you guys
cities
say this
Chicago,
like I just know this. Like,
no, I mean, but it's kind of like
like come on, you
Yeah,
guys think
I
I
mean,
have
I
street?
forgot,
You think
yeah.
I
We
have
got to
like
break
street
it down
cred?
for Jack.
yeah,
Bro, I grew up
yeah,
in a- I
I
grew up
forgot
in a
he's a
subdivision,
Catholic
brother.
dude, Catholic school
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, so when they go to major cities, a lot of these rappers will have there's like a guy there's people that you kind of check in with, and they're like kind of like they're your protection while you're in town. They're the ones that kind of keep these big name artists safe. So
Everybody in
shit,
check.
so shit
So
like
they're
this
like
doesn't
the
happen.
Russians in the Burt Kreischer train
Well,
story, right?
kind of. It's one of those things where like you don't want, because this is what you don't want. You don't want people being like, oh, every time a big name rapper goes to Houston, they get robbed and shot. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want that. So like, but so this guy who is like the big name out of kind of one of the main guys you check in with apparently in Houston. This is twice now he's had these private dice games, and the jeweler guy 2 months ago, that he had just left a Boosie concert, and then so after that they had a dice game, and he just walked to his car, and somebody from the dice game just walked up, shot him, took all his shit. So it's like, so it's one of these things where it's like, this dude's gonna have to answer for that at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Dude,
nobody's
nobody's gonna want to go down to Houston and eat fucking chicken wings anymore at strip clubs. That's
what I'm saying. Like it's gonna
the
be
the economy's gonna crash. I mean, that's like 90% of probably what keeps Houston afloat these days.
People gonna be on tour, and yeah, it's gonna be a no-fly list where it's like anybody that's in the game, like LA, when the Super Bowl happened. Obviously, a lot of hip hop artists, a lot of rappers were descending upon LA for the Super Bowl. Crip Mac, Ice-T, all these motherfuckers saying, you need to check yourself at the door before you come in. Don't act a fool. Like it's the wild, wild west out here. It's got that reputation. And then Kodak Black got careless, got lazy. His boys got lazy out there in the parking lot. He got shot. So Houston's going to have that reputation.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that real. I guess like I guess they just like everybody's looking for their claim to fame, and
dude,
just
hating is at a all-time high. It's like what Stuart said in the group chat earlier. It's like people see you make it, and like people want to take that away from you. It's like, for like the fact that you can't get into a petty argument anymore and without losing your life, like. It's one of those things, like even if Quavo, everybody's like, oh, Quavo lost his cool over losing his ass in this game and getting his pockets ran and shit. Like, that's shitty, and like it is what it is. But it's one of those things where, like, you should be able to have be able to have a goddamn argument, you know what I'm saying, like without somebody. And I've looked into this a little bit, and like I don't want to spread anything that's false, but like a lot of what I'm reading is that he got shot by his own dude, like he on accident.
Yeah.
I saw that text. I saw the text message.
He was standing up.
I heard the same source?
But I've read I read that this morning, and Adele and I were talking about it, and like I didn't like share it much because like you don't know, but like the more I've read into it today, like that is basic, like that's what's coming, like that's like the rumor that coming out of there is that he got hit, one of his, somebody in their crew started the shooting, and he kind of got caught up in it. And I'm not a Migo fan. I've always liked, I thought Takeover's a cool rapper and stuff, like he's definitely the best rapper of the three, but I've never been a Migo fan. I've always respected him because I mean, dude, these motherfuckers started a movement. But apparently, like he was like the quiet one, like he didn't get in any beef. Like anytime them dudes beefed at anybody, like he always stayed out of it. He always like the other two were super flashy with their shit. He was always he didn't talk. He didn't really do interview. There were
photos of that night.
It's kind of sad. Yeah, there was a girl there that was, if there's a picture of her standing behind him like right before the shooting happened, and she's like, dude, he wasn't even playing dice. Like he was like had nothing to do with the situation, and just kind of got caught up. Like he stood up, in the commotion, and it just you get caught up at wrong time, wrong place.
Sounds like he had a bunch of bad amigos.
Yeah, dude.
But
yeah. That's a Jack. That's a Jack, man. That's a Cracker Jack joke. But anyway, but really, rest in peace to Takeover. We won't
take off.
Oh yeah.
All right, what did I say? Take off, take over. Yeah, take off. I said take
I think
over.
he said take over
my bad.
twice.
Yeah,
I think that's
take off.
NXT takeover.
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
you're
I'm
thinking
fucking.
of.
Yeah, I'm
No.
thinking. But yeah, take
Rest
off. Rest in peace. Take off. And
in
you know, let's
power.
fuck. Hopefully Quavo's is good. That sucks to watch your nephew get fucking shot and killed right in front of you. It's pretty fucked up.
They were a family band. I guess the other one was his cousin. I found that out today.
Interested to see if they continue as like just a 2-piece, you know?
Well, that's the thing. The Migos. So before we move on from that, that's already kind of fucked up because Offset's been out of there. So they've just started. Takeoff and Quavo just started they just released an album like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's just those two, and they've been going by Unk and Few is what they've been going by, and
shit.
and everybody was like, oh shit, like so. There's been rumors of like now today the big rumor is our Offset was Offset on good terms with him, and everybody's like, dude, quit with the rumors. They were on good terms. They were just kind of split. Offset's doing his own thing, but that's kind of like, but they never really addressed it. It was weird. Like all of a sudden, like Offset was just kind of gone, and then they were releasing music with just those two, and they just. Like I said, Fantano just reviewed the fucking album, so it's like it just came out, and it was kind of like them taking a step into this next chapter, and it's fucked up. The song he was listening to, I noticed that he, did you notice, he had put on Instagram like a picture of himself like right before he got shot, and he's listening to a song called "Stop Breathing," which is creepy as shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds like an Illuminati sacrifice murder to me,
dude. Well, let's not. Yeah, so let's touch on that. Let's not talk too much about this because you might want to call this an Instagram scare. Other people are acted like their Instagrams were having problems the other day. We were under a cyber attack, from the U.S.
The
government.
Powers that be.
Yeah,
they didn't like me and Nick and Stu talking about Ellen's paintings or anything like that.
Well,
they were like,
they didn't know that.
Close to the truth.
They didn't know that you were. I mean, you
so
might as well have,
versed.
you might as well have been there when JFK was shot. You know what I'm saying? Like you
and Woody Harrelson's dad may have been there as well. He
was on the grassy knoll.
Like, dude, the guy that shot him would have been like, if he would have ever gotten to court and you were there to represent him, I don't think Lee Harvey would have walked. Lee Harvey would
have walked. Yeah, no doubt. He would have walked right back to Russia. It would have been epic.
But yeah, it was just we had a little fun with that this week where it's fucking.
We got our entire Instagram shut down. We got like the letter that's like, your account is banned for 30 days. You cannot access the shit. And I mean, honestly, for a second, I was like, do we even put out any fucking like crazy clips of us saying some crazy bullshit? And I was like, I don't think we did.
Dude, we didn't clip the episode.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I was just like, wow, that's crazy that they were able to, because we were talking shit about COVID and all that. I was like, man,
we even said we would sell ourselves to Kanye at the end. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can afford us anymore.
Yeah, no, Kanye, the price. Hey, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Okay,
we're here for a good time, not a long time at this rate. You know what I mean, Kanye? We're a commodity that could be fucking gone tomorrow. You need to fucking
dude.
Lay down that fatty.
You choose what side of history you want to be on. You
want to take your dwindling wealth and double it and investing in us, or you want to fucking just go to zero.
We'll put your put your goddamn tennis shoe out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we won't escort you out of either of our 3 houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can come over, Kanye.
I got an army of Guatemalans that can sew this shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can cobble some fucking shoes.
You just keep the Jew talk down around the Guats. You know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of just don't talk, Kanye. But he's already. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that'd just be a really funny idea of like Kanye being like absolutely fucking flat broke, like having zero money, doing
friends.
like because he can't do fucking commercials. Like where would he like how could he generate revenue outside of being Kanye West? And that's just like a really funny idea for me. Like him like just starting like a stream, like a Twitch channel and just sucking ass at video games and just having people like just shit talk on him constantly.
He's gonna do mukbangs.
What's
the fuck
that?
is that?
Mukbang, it's where people just eat on camera.
Oh
and shit.
yeah, dude, that shit
What
kills me.
the-
You talking about those people who like and like you listen to them like
Disgusting.
slurping noodles
Yeah.
and shit.
Have you
Dude,
seen
that is
Kanye's
so
face?
fucked.
Kanye putting on some fucking fat in them cheeks.
Yeah, dude, that's where he's storing all the fucking facts. You
Where
know what I'm
he
saying? That's
stores the hate.
bro, that's the ammo he's got. He's just waiting to fucking. That's DEFCON 5 or whatever.
I guess because I've been reading more Kanye stuff. More Kanye stuff finds its way into like my timeline on socials, and so they're like, "Hey, here's like a video of Kanye eating alone at a soul food restaurant in L.A." And you're like, "There's Kanye.
Well,
Nobody's with him. No friends. He's just sitting there eating by himself."
did you
That
see
is-
the video that came out of
the soccer game?
The soccer game, yeah.
Yes.
And fucking, he's arguing with some lady at
A
his
soccer mom was like,
soccer-
"Go," and then he
Yeah,
went.
he walks away like he got
leaves,
put
and he's
in his
got rain
place by
boots
a
on.
soccer mom. Dude.
Wait, what happened?
So look, so Northwest had a fucking soccer game, and Kim's there. Like Kim's
She's in a
there,
lawn
and
chair,
she's
yeah.
in a little lawn chair. Like Kanye, they're there to watch the fucking thing, and
Are
for
they
some
sitting
reason
together?
or another, no. So like,
No.
well, I think they're near each other. It's like they're when you're
She
that
did
rich,
not acknowledge him while he
yeah,
was there.
yeah, but when you're that rich. And like you're in like that kind of weird circle, like it's like the Scott Disick thing. Remember how like him and Courtney broke up a million times? Like he just kept showing back up, and like he'd go off and fuck like a 17-year-old for like a while, and then whatever. So it's kind of like that. Where like Kanye and them might never get back together, but like they're always going to be like on somewhat decent terms. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Like
I thought you were gonna say he was like across the field, like staring at her, like Antonio Brown.
no, so
just
he's like he's
fucking,
standing like
fucking-
behind her, right off behind her, kind of, because there's
Yeah.
like bleachers, and then like Kim's like in like her own like folding chair type, like that you would bring to like I have my trunk, and yeah, and all of a sudden he starts arguing with this fucking lady, and that lady just straight up told him to leave, and you just see there's just video of Kanye.
Shows him the sad walk back to his
Yeah.
car. He's wearing rain boots, like it's not even raining. It doesn't even look like it has rained, and he's just walking back to his car by himself.
And it's so
just
fucked up.
because one Karen yelled at him to tell him to leave.
Basically, just told it he didn't want to
he
be at
was
the
over there.
soccer game.
He was causing some shit at the children's soccer. Kids are playing, but he's over there like trying to yell at like
On the
Kim and
car
shit.
ride there, he's like, I'm just gonna start a fight. He's like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
here. He's like, fuck
Really?
this soccer game.
That's see that. I thought you were gonna say he was like mouthing off about like fucking. the
Well,
Jews
I
or
don't know
saying
what
something
I
like
don't.
that,
Oh, that's what I'm
fucking,
saying. I don't know if he started. I don't think he started spouting anything. I think more or less
He
like
was really animated. I don't know, a lot of big
yeah.
hand
I'm
gestures and
sure
all that.
somebody maybe just told him like we don't like the way or just
Don-
whatever.
Your Donda player sucked.
Yeah, and then
Found
he
out
was
the
like,
ref was
what?
he
What
found out
bitch?
the ref was like half Jewish and he just lost his mind. Like,
Yeah,
just-
he's like, oh fuck. He's like, I get him out of here now. Like Kanye, we're not. They're like, he's like, well, we're not. I'm not getting off this fucking field until you get a new ref. And that lady's like, Kanye, get the fuck off the field. You're an asshole. And he's like, okay.
We're losing the light, boys.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties. We're good.
All of the lights.
So Kanye fucks up a soccer game. That would be like a fucking great like moment to watch some Karen just bitch him out and get him to leave. Though that's like
Totally
We might
happened.
just is our front office alive? He might be able to pull that out of his ass if he's good. I don't know. I heard him
Well-
speak earlier, but other than that, I think he's kind of an MIA. But yeah, I want to root for Kanye. Like I like Kanye. But the anti-Semitic shit, it's like Kyrie. Like I want to root for Kyrie Irving so bad, but
It
like
took the NBA a
you
while
can't.
to say anything about that.
you just can't. Yeah,
They
well,
they
fuck.
finally did like this.
well, they didn't
afternoon.
do shit about him like with fucking COVID or any of that shit when he was like
Well, and
flat
he's,
Earth
like,
or
vice
flat Earth
president
at
of the-
flat Earth. Yeah, these like VP of the Player Association. They're like we can't
Yeah.
really talk about this.
Flat Earth
Like-
is like again, that's like those cute conspiracy theories. Like no, like nothing's gonna happen bad to people because someone's like the Earth is flat.
Dude,
But
I
like
love
when they're like, hey, like Jews own everything and they control everything, like yeah, people might get hurt.
Yeah,
She-
dude.
she looks like a fucking alien, and he looks like a like what the fuck is that? Like
She's
where-
got the
where does
same
that
glasses
look?
Darius Garland's been wearing on the sideline.
She has the
Those are
same glasses that
Darius-
Ray Charles been wearing for the last 30 years. What are you fucking talking about? She looks
She's
like
got
she's
that
Kanye
trench
look-
coat from the grandma's boy. She's dressed like the grandma's boy guy. The
and
fucking
fucking Kanye's dressed like a fucking 90s soccer mom who just took a fucking load to the waist.
Dude.
Like, what the?
That's
like,
the fucking gotta have faiths. That's what those
oh
are.
my god, hell yeah, dude.
Gotta have faith.
Well, I guess it would be nice
He's wearing the George Michaels.
if I could see my children. I know that all my children don't look like me.
Dude, have you
'Cause
ever
they
seen
made
the
me my
movie
test
fucking
tube.
have you ever watched the fucking movie Keanu about the cat? By
Yeah,
Mike-
yeah,
dude,
with the fucking
it's-
scene with them talking
Yeah.
about how badass.
He's like, oh my god, this is my favorite song.
George Michael is my shit.
Yeah, I fucking they're and then like halfway through, they're like, what he's in the car with all them gangster, but like them gangster ass dudes, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And then like they pan back and they're all George Michael fans. They're like, this shit goes, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, you gotta check it out, Stuart. It's like have you heard about it? You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, with the Key and Peele movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's so stupid, but like it's really not a bad movie.
Key and Peele. I like everything they do. I just haven't gotten around to seeing that movie.
Dude, I saw that back when it came out for some fucking reason, and I really enjoyed it. That revamped my love for Gotta Have Faith, dude. That is such a jam.
Legitimate bop, dude.
It's
Wasn't
a
it,
bop, dude.
Wasn't it Limp Bizkit who covered "Gotta Have Faith"?
They did.
They did,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
they did.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those like better than originals, you know,
Oh yeah,
just by default, just because
that's like All Along the Watchtower is like Bob Dylan song or something. It's
Mhm.
like what the? It's like no.
I don't know.
Give me-
Limp Bizkit also did Behind Blue Eyes. by
Behind
The
Blue
Hood.
Eyes. Yes,
That's
they
a
did.
terrible fucking cover.
No one knows what I like.
Granted, I don't
Yeah,
even like
dude.
the Who version.
Dude,
Yeah, I
that'd
don't
be-
like that song at all.
Dude, I would love to have like a full catalog of songs covered by Limp Bizkit. Just
Wasn't he dying? What the fuck is wrong with Fred Durst? Like they like stopped touring, remember? Because he was like having a fucking issue, and then like I feel like we just like haven't heard from LB in a minute. Their new album, like I liked their new like shit. I thought it was a little boppy, dude.
Are you
They
serious?
embraced the
I
bad
haven't.
rock.
I mean, I haven't heard it, but I'm sure it's fucking.
Nick
funky ass
is
nu
down
metal.
with new metal.
Dude,
Nick,
oh fuck yeah, dude.
Nick's like, I'm gonna listen to Limp Bizkit. I'm gonna listen to Snot and Mudvayne and shit.
Yes,
like,
sir. Dude,
Nick-
Snot is dude. You can't sit here and tell me that Snot is not fucking sick. Like
Snot's all right.
Snot
I just-
is
I remember anytime I ever listened to like some like white trash new metal, dude, Nick was the tip, dude. Like,
dude.
Nick
That was
got me.
like I had like, bro, when I went balls deep into punk rock when I was like 13 years old, I fucking like had like this weird autistic moment where like I had like a brain twitch and I just like
Shine
started
down.
yeah, and I just had like this weird, like
Well, I'm staring
I'll tell you-
down
I'll
the
tell you right
barrel of a 45.
I
I've
will
heard that
still-
song in your room like 17 times.
but I will argue to this day that their Simple Man is better than fucking
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner's. So that's fucking dude. I'm about it. I'm about it. I will die on that. Look at Andrew. Look at our FO down there saying facts.
Hey, fuck Leonard.
Yeah. No. I'm, whoa.
Fuck Leonard Skinner.
Oh.
Dude, what?
No, I don't know about that far and go about that far, son. Especially
I
down
like,
there.
I like how he misspelled Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard. Yeah,
Leonard.
fuck
Leonard.
Leonard.
There's this guy named Leonard Skinner.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
that is the
fuck
name
that?
of that. That is the origin of the band. Is a guy named Leonard Skinner.
Pronounced Leonard Skinner.
But one of my earliest memories involves Leonard Skinner. You guys will get a kick out of this. So, my mom had the Leonard Skinner Freebird VHS tape, which was like their last concert in Oakland before they got on the plane and fucking it crashed or whatever. And so, long story short, my mom's like a hippie. So, like,
Dude,
of course,
his
I
mom's got a
was
thing
going-
for people who die in plane crashes because she's
Yeah,
also a Stevie Ray
Stevie
Vaughan.
Ray-
Like
well, he was a
super
helicopter
fan. Or
helicopter
Denver?
crew.
On Denver?
No, fuck no. That's
All
like
right, dude. Let's be
that's like
respectful to Barb
that's
here,
like that's like
okay?
Joe Dirt. Fuck no, I'm a rocker through and through. I
There
don't
you
listen to
go.
any of that
Yeah, let's be
pussy ass
respectful
shit.
here, please.
So long
John
story
Denver.
short, I'm sitting I'm like 5 years old. I'm sitting in the fucking living room on carpet watching Leonard Skinner fucking play Freebird, blah blah blah. It's sick. The show ends,
It's
right?
sick.
Like they hit the last chord, they're like, "Durr," and it cuts to like a title card and some like sad music, and it shows them walking to the plane that they're about to fucking die on, right? Mom's a hippie, right?
Yeah.
I'm 5. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. I can't even read. My mom and my mom is sitting next to me, tears rolling down her face, screaming, "Don't get on the plane! Don't get
Oh,
on
get the
the
fuck out of
plane!"
here.
Bro, I'm like, and I'm 5. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I start crying, and we're both just in the living room fucking crying our eyes out that Leonard Skinner.
So do you have like a PTSD?
I mean, Ronnie Van Zant was a fucking he was a great guy. And
I'm just saying, like,
know,
anytime you hear Leonard Skinner, does that do you just think about crying? Do you relate it to just bawling?
no,
your
I
eyes
just it just makes me
out?
it just makes me think about how much I like Leonard Skinner. You know,
I
grew-
fuck with
that-
I
that's
love me some Leonard,
that-
dude.
yeah. Give Me 3 Steps is like one of the best songs that I think's ever been written.
It's a
so.
great song.
You know
I've
The worst part about the crash is that their drummer survived the crash. He was all fucked up, but he crawls out of the crash, and they're in the middle of nowhere. So he like finds like a farmhouse, and he's like trying to go up there to like knock on the door and be like, "Hey, call like the police." He gets shot by the guy living at the house. The guy's like, "There's someone trespassing on my property," and he fires a warning shot, and he gets shot in the shoulder with some buckshot.
Oh,
I just
the
climbed out of a
fuck?
burning plane, and this dude's like, "What the fuck?"
only in
Dude,
America, bro. That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking wild. Is that for real? No
Artemis
shit?
Pyle, the drummer of Leonard Skinner, he got shot in the shoulder after the plane.
Dude,
crash.
what is it with drummers just getting like the shit?
The
They
wor-
just
yeah, the
always get the
shittiest-
shit end
yeah.
of the stick, dude.
Absolutely, dude.
I just had this conversation. I mean, this is nothing about drummers, but plane crashes. I just had this conversation the other day about fucking surviving a plane crash. I mean, obviously, like unless it's like in a populated area, like it's got to be one of the worst fucking. Like, just kill me. Like,
Plane crash?
surviving a plane crash. Like I always think about that Malaysia plane that fucking okay. Think about like that plane that crashed, and they think it crashed. We still haven't found the goddamn thing, but they think it crashed in a part of the Pacific Ocean that man's like never been to. Like basically, like that we've not.
Right.
Imagine surviving that plane crash just to find out that you're in a. I mean, obviously you're not going to find out, but like to come to realize that they're not coming.
No one's
like,
ever going to find you.
Like you're gonna die there. Like I just fucking kill me on impact. Like that would be the worst, scariest fucking way to die. You just floating in the Pacific Ocean in a part of the ocean that no man is gonna be at anytime. It's just terrible. Like that's so fucked.
You're just floating, getting dehydrated, and fucking not even dying of anything other than like just cooking out in the fucking sun
By
Just like
yourself or with other people?
doesn't. I'd rather be by myself, dude.
I guess I'd rather be by myself. Yeah.
Can you imagine a bunch of fucking people screaming, asking for help when you're in the same shitty situation? And you have to like, no, fuck no.
Well, can you imagine like being like okay, imagine like getting to the point where like say you survive long enough to like on a raft to the point where like you start eating fuckers, you know what I'm saying? And then you still die. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Eating only gave you a couple of days. And
like it literally just like imagine you're the last person. It comes down to you and some guy, and you're like, I'm fucking you up and eating you. You know what I'm saying? Like you've gone through the ringer. You're somehow the last guy on the fucking Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you're just delaying the inevitable.
And it never mattered. It never. You're laying there, fucking 4 days later. You're just laying there in the raft, looking up, going, "None of this mattered. I ate all 7 people I was on this raft with for no goddamn reason." Like, fuck.
That whaling ship in like the 1700s, the Essex, how like they were harpooning whales, and a whale smashed into the ship and sank it.
That's so awesome for the whale.
Yeah, well,
I
it
want
was
to talk about an underdog story.
it was the inspiration for Moby Dick, and Mountain wrote
Right.
the song Nantucket Sleigh Ride about it, and they were all in the raft together after the ship went down, and they had to start drawing straws to see who would get eaten first. And like the cabin boy, Owen Coffin, he drew the smallest straw, and they had a gun with a couple shots, shot him in the head, and they ate his ass. They survived. A few of them survived it and went back out.
They ate his ass first. Is that what you said?
They probably ate his ass. I mean,
Dude, they literally.
if you had to
punched-
eat, I guess
yeah.
you probably start with the ass, right?
I mean,
Maybe you, dude, but not me, bro.
I mean, I don't-
I'm going-
I don't wanna, like, I don't want
Miss
a
me with
piece of
that
meat.
shit, bro. I ain't eating his ass.
I don't want to.
first.
I don't want a piece of meat that is like a discernible, like distinctive part of a person where I could be like, "Hey, that's a hand."
Dude,
I don't want to.
well, that happened.
What about heart? Heart.
The
would be a
people
good
that fuck.
one.
Yeah, well, and that got to be rough too out on the ocean. Like you got to think like you're after being out or like your body's probably nasty as fuck. Like it's all like it's been out in the sun and like sitting in water. Ugh. Like so, there's that story of those people that survived that plane crash in I don't know what mountains or whatever, but like they ended up eating some of the people
It's
that
about
they
that
were
rugby
with.
team or whatever.
No, I don't know, but like they ended. I don't know if it was a rugby team, maybe it was, but I know that they the survivors nowadays, like they actually just did an interview. This is why it's like kind of fresh in my mind, saying like they don't regret, because they kind of came back and they ended up getting like helped, and saved and fucking, and it turned out that they maybe didn't have to eat those people, and they caught a lot
It was
of
the
shit.
first day, and they're like, "Well, fuck."
Yeah, that'd be really
He
awesome to be the
fucked it,
guy who
dude.
like jumps to cannibalism way too early in the fucking mission. He's like
Alfred Packer didn't have to eat anybody.
it's like 8 hours in, he's just missed a lunch, and he's just like,
He's
all right,
grumpy.
guys.
I'm a little hangry.
Yeah, it's and I don't know, and I can't like I don't want to be wrong about it, but they could have even been people that were like bodies that died from the plane crash that they ended up eating. I don't think they ended up like, but I would rather it be in that. I'd rather eat frozen body.
They're
than
like,
fucking.
we have to eat this fast, like it's gonna spoil. So
Yeah,
in
like-
case, I'd hate to be wrong.
But fucking yeah. So but they ended up catching a bunch of shit when they came back because they were like,
You didn't have to, guys.
you guys didn't have to do that, and they're like, no, we had to do that. Like, no, we
That'd be,
ate the
pretty,
fuck out of
that'd
that.
be pretty awful to have to defend yourself from that accusation and be like, yeah, no, I fucking had, trust me, no, you go 48 hours without food and tell me you will not kill somebody.
My tummy was
That's-
grumbling.
They're like, wait, that's 2 days.
My tummy was grumbling. It was so
yeah.
loud I couldn't sleep. What do you want me to do?
Like there were still fucking bags of peanuts. They're like, yeah, we were tired of those. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got sick of those
we
peanuts.
only eat so many fucking plain peanuts.
They were
you know?
salted. I didn't want to be dehydrated.
Yeah, like we're out here. You don't know, and I'm getting my next. They're like, dude, there's snow everywhere. They're like, dude. They're like, fuck off, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
he
can only
got
eat
8.
so much snow.
He got 8. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
I feel like everybody imagines when they get into a plane crash that they're gonna end up like on a deserted island and have to like fend there for like a year or two.
No,
And
I'm
that's
gonna
what-
end up eating the seat in front of me and be dead.
I like.
Dude,
I would like if you ended up on a deserted island. Do you think you boys would fare?
Dude, if you
bit
gave me
decent?
gushers and fucking, if you gave me gushers and fucking,
You've been on a Gushers kick
What?
this week.
I've been on my whole life. I used anytime I've ever come across gushers, like I've never bought them because like I can't trust myself. Like I can't stop eating them.
Where did you come across Gushers this week? You tweeted about your love of Gushers.
Fucking Sam's, dude. We were at Sam's and fucking
I
Shan.
thought you didn't buy them.
I didn't buy them. Shan bought them. So
Nick, have
Shan
you
was
ever had
like,
You ate them.
and
Nick, have you ever had a gusher blunt?
Oh,
A,
with
a
the
gusher
fruit
blunt is
roll-up?
when you take a fruit roll up and you
Oh,
take the
yeah, and
gushers,
roll
you
it,
put
yeah,
in, you
yeah.
roll it up and you
Yeah,
eat like
no.
a fucking
dude.
a
Yes, I
homeless
have.
person.
Yeah,
That comes
fuck
from
yeah,
a
I
place
have.
of such privilege.
Dude.
Like, I have fruit roll-ups and Gushers.
It's
Dude, they
Damn,
come in the
kid.
variety pack, bro. If you want to be
I don't
really
have the
fucking, if
variety
you want to
pack.
take it to the nth degree, you take a fucking fruit by the foot and you wrap that whole motherfucker around it.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Riverbend Elementary. When I first moved to St. Louis, I saw a kid eating Gushers. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he was like, "Gushers." I was like, "Let me try one." And then I got fat.
dude, it's like the sole reason. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, your fucking life doesn't go up; it goes down because like they are too addicting. I fucking like
meth.
we walked in like you know how, I
Your
mean
life
obviously we've all
spirals.
been to a goddamn Sam's. There's that middle aisle, the whole middle section is just like the
Yeah.
snacks, you know. So like we're going through there and like I get these little there's like these break things that are like little wheat thins and cheese and stuff and like little Ritz crackers and cheese. I take those for lunch and I buy Danishes for my locker. So when I get back from work and stuff, like I'll eat a fucking just have shit. So I'm not buying lunch and stuff all the time.
Right.
And Sham was like, Gushers sound good. And I'm just like,
Always.
I'm not gonna tell you no. So we bought this big old fucking box of them, and like, bro, I was eating like 6 bags at a time. Like I was eating 3, and I'd sit down and I'd eat them, and then I'd get up and get 3 more. And so like at one point I was like, we only poured like a third or maybe half the box into the pantry. Shan's got fucking everything is it's all nice and organized. So like it has like its own container, little snack container. So I filled that up. The next day, I'm like filling it back up, and Shan's like, I've only had like 2 bags of those. I'm like, you gotta
You
be
snooze,
quicker,
you
dude.
lose, sister.
That's why I said. You guys said I'll go buy more. I'm sorry, like I fucked up, but like
Dude,
I can't.
shout out your lady and her label maker.
Yeah,
everything in your place is labeled. It's
and that's funny because
it's borderline like autistic, but it's awesome.
No, straight up. And it's funny because as we're talking right now, she's downstairs. She just got home. She's got a few hours gap because she's going from she just started working shows again. She's working Frozen.
Hell yeah.
But she's got a work meeting at the salon. She's down there label making. She's putting all the Halloween decorations away, and she went and like the labels and stuff she made for the tubs are I mean, they're awesome looking. They all say Halloween and they're like in spooky font. There's like ghosts, but like she went nuts on the label. That's what she does. But yeah, the Gushers container motherfucker's gone now. I'll tell you that.
Dude,
that was just an empty snack container.
The shame you must have felt having to fill that container up the next day.
No regrets.
It was more excitement than anything because I knew there was more 3 packs of fucking Gushers coming.
Dude, that's how I do it though. Like I'll do like exactly like you do. I'll take like 3 to the couch, and by the time I'm like comfortable, it's already gone, and I have to get up again and like resupply.
Well, and the thing is, so like I open the package and I just pour them all in my hand. They're Gushers. 90% of them are all stuck together. That's how Gushers are. And I mean, and I don't break them up. You know what I'm saying? I'll pop about 4 of them bitches in my mouth. If it's fucking 4 or 5 stuck together,
like I'm cutting off a chaw of chewing tobacco, just tuck it under your lip.
I swear, bro, like I swear to God, I'm like spitting Gusher juice and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like
you got a Gusher spittoon.
Yeah. It's like Bert Kreischer and Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like walking around hawk spitting fucking Gusher juice all day. But yeah, if I was on an island and you gave me water, unsweet tea. I mean, I like sweet tea, but unsweet tea because it's probably got more water and it's a little healthier. And fucking
English muffin.
Well, how am I gonna if it was hot enough where I could lay an English muffin out on a rock and I'm not eating dry ass uncooked English muffins, dude. Fuck that.
It has to be toasted.
Or there was like, hey, there's one outlet on the island.
You're like, my toaster.
Yeah, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy just showed up one day with a bag of.
Can I like charge my mag light? You're like, fuck you. This is for my
dude, suck my dick.
Nick's like diving back down into the wreckage and coming up with 2 bags of Thomas English muffins. Just like,
dude,
he's like swimming past. He's like swimming past people who need help. He's just fucking
like, dude, we can call for help if you just let us charge your phone. I'm like, or I can make 4 English muffins. You know what I'm saying? Like, suck my dick.
I swear to God, the snack cart was bobbing out here.
Yeah, dude. Who says I'm trying to go home? I got an outlet, Gushers, and fucking unsweet tea. Yeah, that's good shit. What would you what is one thing that you don't get sick of, Jack? What would you take if you're stuck on an island? What could you eat? What do the Germans eat?
See, well, the thing is, I can't eat chicken wings because, like, I don't. That doesn't make sense, and that's like my favorite food. So I'm kind of at a loss here. Like, if I had to if I had to bring anything, I think I would kind of, going back to Stu's story earlier, I'd probably have to fucking bring a gun because I'm not gonna die. Like, I'm gonna eat some bodies. I'll tell you that. I'm not the first one getting eaten. Like pulling a straw and having 5 other dudes who are equally as healthy as you be like, no, we're eating you. That's not happening.
And then, dude, I'm shooting all 5 of you.
Dude, if I was like on a raft and that shit happened, I would just be like, all right, that sounds good. I guess I pulled the shortest straw, and I would just jump off and just start swimming.
I would just I would shoot a hole in the bottom of the raft before
we're all going down, bitches.
I'd be like, oh, okay, really? Pow, right through the bottom, and they're like, and I'm like, see you later, bitch, and I backstroke away. You know what I'm saying? Just
like Lieutenant Dan,
just Lieutenant Dan away. I just disappear into the skyline. And the next day you float past my dead body because I didn't make it far, obviously.
But at least you're happy.
I'm running on fucking gushers and unsweet pea.
No nutrients.
They like find your body. They're like, did he drown? No, he had a fucking sugar rush and fucking had
I'm just sweating.
He had tummy ache and died. His blood glucose levels were through the roof. We'd never seen anything like it.
He's just running on empty calories.
His body has like the body of an 80. His blood is the blood of an 84-year-old diabetic. Oh my god.
Oh shit. If only he took blood better care of himself. The fucking Edgefields caught up all those years later. I'm hacking up gushers and Edgefield smoke.
Oh my god.
Oh,
They're like, they think you're coughing up like fucking cigarette tar. It's just gusher.
Just all the flavors mixed together. It's brown.
It's like,
did this motherfucker really have? And I cough
you have
up
tar
a
in his
whole
lungs?
gusher
No, that's
blunt.
gut. It's a gush
because I
result of
didn't
a gusher
digest
blunt.
it. Because my body couldn't digest it.
You're just bloated. You pop like a big gusher.
Had to be the gusher blunt.
Nick was confused and didn't know you weren't supposed to smoke the gusher blunt.
Oh, you're supposed to chew this thing? I just fucking tilted
I
my head
smoked
back
it.
and let it go. Oh fuck, dude, I'm like crying. Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
Oh fuck. All right. So what else do we want to get into here? So what? You sound like you got something on the tip of your dick.
Well, I was just thinking. I mean, if I'm not bringing chicken wings and I'm not bringing gushers like your ass, I mean, I don't want to say a gun because you can't bring a gun on a plane. I mean, they used to be able to, but now you can't. Fucking liberals. And I don't know what to think about. Like what could I bring on a deserted island? I'd probably would have to go with
Your Bible.
a Bible.
Bible.
So for
Your
some
faith will get you through this.
so I can have some dry shit to fucking burn to keep me fucking warm.
There you go.
No, I think I mean, I don't know. Stu, what about you? What are you gonna bring on the deserted island? You got anything?
Fuck, dude, I ain't gonna laugh. So
A pocket pussy?
Dude, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
Did you say flashlight? No, fleshlight.
Yeah. Imagine opening like an emergency kit and you're like, I packed everything you told me to pack, and they're like, what is this? Like, it's a flashlight.
You got extra underwear, socks, and a fleshlight. They're like, what the fuck?
Like, don't wear the tubes.
They're like, why do you have 3 socks? Why do you
Oh, don't put on that sock.
I raise up my pant leg and I'm even missing one of them.
Oh shit!
I get nervous.
Sorry, dude. I have a problem.
And I got these extra batteries. What did you think the extra batteries were for? I don't know. I mean, the fleshlight's hand power.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh. I thought you were bringing your fleshlight. So, you had a nice one. The one with the suck. The one with the sucky. 2000.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Well, yeah, I think obviously none of us would survive.
Hell no. I'd like to think I would, but realistically, hell no.
Yeah, I'd just be the biggest fucking bitch in the world. I'd just lay there and be like, why?
You just
It's-
get really emo.
That's probably how I would die. That's probably how I would die too. Would be from the
Like, Nick,
flashlight.
they're like, Nick, let's go get some food. I'm like, no.
Can we just eat the sad boy after we butt fuck him?
Oh, dude.
That'd be how I would die,
That's-
Nick. They'd be like, there was plenty of water. How do you die of dehydration? They're like, he didn't take a break from the fleshlight for 14 hours.
He just laid out in the sun crying.
He's just depleted of all cum.
He literally.
They find my body. My balls are just a bag of dust. It's just like fucking. They're like flat, like laying in the fucking on the sand.
he already had no fucking like vitamins in him or anything. He had nothing left.
He had nothing left to give.
And then he pumped it too hard.
I just still have it on my dick when they find me because my cock's hard from rigor mortis. I'm just fucking like weekend of Bernie's with a fleshlight in my hand.
The tiniest balls.
The literally the smallest balls you've ever seen. Just my rigor mortis penis inside a fucking fleshlight.
Dude, your dick's not even hard. Because you were having like a sad depression wank. So it's like you're not even hard. You're just like, I just need to come.
Shit, oh my god, I'm in fucking tears.
That'd be a hard way for someone to
They're
go
like, dude,
to find
they're
you.
like, it doesn't even look like he's enjoying it. They're like, standing over you. They're like, look at him. He's not even liking it. He's not even having fun.
No, they were fucking. They were like, they find the fucking bottle, a message in a bottle, like 20 feet offshore. All it says in the bottle, I wrote a message just says "send lube." I'm like having the time of my life. Just send lube. Oh,
Can we just kick this dude back in the water, dude? He's bumming me out.
They're really weird. They're like, I don't even want to eat him. I don't want to end up like that. So they just grab me by my hands and feet and swing me back into the ocean.
He died with a limp dick in his hand, dude.
No,
Fuck.
we had to pull straws, and everybody else was a homophobe, so they said they couldn't eat me unless I had no cum inside of me. They sent me on the other side of the island to fucking. Nick's actually crying.
Oh my god,
I
dude,
got a
that
headache,
hurt.
dude.
I have a headache too. Oh
Shit. I'm sweating.
yeah, that's
I
good
laughed.
shit. That was good
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I don't think we would survive, like Nick said. There's just too much temptations on these islands.
Oh fuck. All right, let's just like move on from this.
Oh my God.
I don't even know where we would go with this.
So okay, well I do actually because I thought about this the other day. I heard
Speaking of full send.
speaking of full send, I'm like the Jews.
The NASCAR.
No. So before we like completely get canceled and move on from this is a conspiracy theory, like it actually like a fun kind of conspiracy theory that I heard the other day that I've never fucking heard in my life, but that some other podcast was talking about. So we're ripping off somebody else. I don't even know what the fuck who they were, but I didn't know there was a goddamn conspiracy theory about the movie The Breakfast Club, about how the whole movie is that one girl, the basket case, there by herself. And these are all figments of her imagination. Because if you think about parts in the movie, like when they slam the door and the glass breaks, or when they're all smoking pot and stuff, like these are all things that the fucking principal would have heard and seen and all that stuff, and nothing ever comes to it. And she never smokes pot, and then so she's the only one in the movie that never hits the joint or anything like that. And then all of a sudden she has this makeover. So like the conspiracy theory is that she's in Saturday's detention by herself, and these are all people she's made up in her mind to pass the time in detention. and these are all like the stereotypical jock, the
Very
the
cookie
that,
cutter.
the cookie cutter, everything. And I'm like, holy fuck.
That's some
Like that?
e-girl bullshit. I believe it. Like,
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
I was just like, damn, it kind of ruins like a lot of people like this podcast was talking about like how this, I guess their video when they originally brought this topic up kind of went like semi-viral, and they started getting all these hate messages. They're like, fuck you, that's not the way that is, like that's, you ruin the movie. And it's like, I think that's kind of a cool way to think about it, honestly.
yeah,
But I'd never heard that, so I didn't know if that was something like a common one, or if I just never heard that. That was interesting.
I feel like that would explain why they all dance like fucking idiots, and like there's some other parts.
Well, that's the other part, yeah. But they're all dancing after they got high, and they're all doing the foot shimmy on the fucking yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you think
it also
about
would
like,
explain
damn.
why it would also explain why Judd Nelson's like 13 years older than everybody else.
Dude. Yeah, Judd Nelson definitely goes to jail. Like you couldn't have a Judd Nelson out. And now they're just like, dude,
Bitch, you're 40.
Like it's 40. Like
this is 21 Jump Street 3. Like what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that's wild. Fucking did you see that they just arrested some dude for them goddamn murders from a couple years ago? The Delphi murder things. That guy a couple years ago in like 2017, those two girls that were fucking killed that like and they had like had like
what's this?
So like there's these two murders. I was just reading this today too. So like 2017, these two little girls, like they were like 13 or 12 or 13-year-old. They were killed after they were like on this like walking along this trail, and when they like found the girl's cell phone, they had like before she died, she had taken video of the guy and like gotten like part of his voice or whatever, and no one can find it. Like all these years later, like nobody can find him. Like they couldn't put all the pieces together. They finally found the guy yesterday. So that was pretty tight. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What they do, just DNA like match?
I don't fucking. Well, that's the thing. Like they were under. So who even knows that this guy's really the guy? Like they caught all this flack.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, they caught all this flack because of like they were like, how do you have pictures of this guy, like a video of this guy and his voice, and you can't find him, and all this shit. And then all of a sudden, and like now they won't release any details. Like they're like, we're not going to come out and tell you why, but we know this is the guy. It's like
I said this case is closed. Damn it!
Yeah, God damn it! Shut up.
That's when they have to be like, yeah, we saw it on the NSA spy satellite, and we can't tell you guys about that shit.
You don't have
trust us, we know it was him. Like,
it's some 16-year-old black kid, you know what I'm saying? Like some kid who was like 10 at the time. They're like, dude, that's an old white guy in the video. They're like, we are not taking questions.
Dude, yeah, that's
it's in Indiana, I'm pretty sure is where
the NSA will
Delphi, Indiana.
The NSA will Emmett Till a kid and have no regrets about it.
Well, he'll get a fucking movie. Dude, were we ever talking about this? When is that movie out yet? That goddamn Emmett Till movie?
I don't know.
That I can't.
Trailer looked fucking hardcore though.
We have got to stop making these movies. Like they don't. The black people don't want them shit. Don't want them.
Well,
fucking
and they
movies.
keep making these movies, and they use like music that's not even like with the time. Like I don't know if you guys saw the first 5 minutes of the Emmett Till movie, but they fucking started playing MC Hammer's "Can't Touch This." Fuck you guys. No,
another one of those.
No, Cracker Jack. We gotta. So I'm telling you, at the end of in December, dude. In December,
you guys don't appreciate shit. You guys don't appreciate
in December of every year.
That was
we got to put a Cracker Jack
compilation
out of all the times that
we need that animation that goes across the
screen. Jesus Christ. That was solid.
Jack, hey, it's okay. One day your comedy is just too ahead. It's too far ahead.
It's too edgy, bro.
We gotta catch up.
I'm gonna be editing this later, and I'm gonna listen to it again and go, yeah,
dude. Yeah,
maybe
we're just not there yet. You're just too clever.
It's not. Yeah, I'm gonna be like fucking Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. Just be like, you guys aren't ready for this, but your kids are gonna love it.
Your kids are gonna love
it.
Just fucking with all of our 9/11 jokes.
Your kids are gonna be even more cynical.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Oh God. I'm trying to think. Do we have anything? Like anything like cool? That we
Oh,
were like anything other?
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna say, did you guys hear that somebody was coming for Nancy's milk?
dude. Okay, well, that's another goddamn conspiracy we can talk about. Trump's out here talking about how he doesn't even think it happened. Did you see that? He's like,
Apparently,
goes,
Elon Musk like tweeted something too that was like, I
so
think this
all of the
guy
right
is
wingers, all of the right wingers apparently are like,
dissociating
Tucker
themselves from this
Carlson
dude.
or say, well, no, I think a lot of these right wingers are like falling in line with this, like, or like kind of like about they're warming up to this narrative that this Nancy Pelosi thing might not be, because like not even today, like the big thing was their neighbors say that their house is always under watch. Like, how did this happen? Like,
when Nancy's there.
So apparently, but Trump like came out and was like, well, he's like, the fucking glass was broken from the inside out, because they're all saying this was a break-in. Trump said it was a breakout. That's what he said. He goes, it wasn't a break-in, it was a breakout. He goes, I'm just reporting what I'm saying, what I read.
Elon Musk, he posted that link in response to Hillary Clinton with it was an opinion piece from this really shitty far right rag online that has posted all kinds of weird shit in the past, but they said that it was
probably something I read all the time.
It was a gay male prostitute that got into a fight with Paul Pelosi.
Dude, that would be fucking metal. See, I love conspiracy theories like that. If that's true, then that's fucking awesome. Like,
gay male prostitute
was like, Paul Pelosi won't let me go. I gotta grab a hammer and smash my way out of here.
Smash.
Fucking shout out to that guy, Kai.
Yeah,
he's in jail. I think he's in prison.
Kai.
He's in prison.
There was that guy who ran for governor in Florida who they found like passed out with like hookers, like gay hookers and stuff like that. What was that guy's name? He's the one who lost.
That's
and then
just
DeSantis
Florida, baby. That's why he won the
DeSantis,
election. That was part of his re-election. He goes, I fucking party, baby. They're like, he goes, I'm down with everybody. They're like, prove
when
it.
The bear's
like,
hungry, he'll eat.
Oh god,
yeah, that's Florida man shit right there.
There was another guy in Oklahoma a couple years ago, got caught at a cheap motel with a gay male prostitute.
Usually it's like the evangelical preacher type, like people who are very anti-gay, who have like,
dude, without
sex
fail.
drive.
Anytime a politician speaks out, it's like, I believe that marriage is with a man and a woman and that gay is sin. I'm like, dude, you have swallowed so much dick. I guarantee it.
Like every time Lindsey Graham talks about like gay marriage, I'm like, bro, come on. Like the game is over. The jig is up. Like we all know. You're Lindsey.
You mean Lady
Graham
G?
Did gay shit for
you're
sure.
Lindsey fucking Graham.
Yeah,
Lady G, as he's affectionately known in the
he goes,
community.
I wouldn't let you drive the judge if it was parked on my schnuck. I fucking love that movie. But yeah, dude, Nancy Pelosi, that's fucked up. Somebody stuck on.
They were trying to get to that milker,
yeah. And somebody walked in and said, "Those aren't titties. That's a
those aren't titties. That's Paul Pelosi and his tidy whities.
he's drinking a glass of cold milk in his underwear. It's 2:30 in the morning. He's like,
he's watching the monologue.
Yeah. Oh, he's in here with his boyfriend. He's like, I gotta get out of here. But, he's walking his boyfriend around on a leash.
Boyfriend's watching PBS.
He's 11. Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah, that's fucked up that Nancy was it, but I think it's hilarious.
He's had a rough year. He got beat up and he had a DUI earlier the year and stuff like that. He's just having a rough year. Nancy had her office broken into like just less than like 2 years ago. There's all like Pelosi's are having she should have just retired a long time ago.
Paul Pelosi's like
still paying off them titties, dude.
Still paying off them titties. She's an insider trading for them titties, dude.
Yeah, dude. She definitely knows. She's on her Martha Stewart shit. Well, I guess while we're on this subject, I mean, we only got about like 20 minutes or so left. Before we move on from like Elon, we got to talk about him buying fucking Twitter. I mean, I feel like that has to be something we talk about.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How do we? So How do you two feel about him? I mean, I know how Jack feels about him buying.
I
Twitter.
might get my Mac Jennings Twitter account back, dude.
Yeah,
This would be
but like,
fucking
I want to know.
awesome.
So, Stuart, I said the other day in the group chat that like I am for the, the hate speech shit. Like, it is what it is. Like, that's a fucking shit. That shouldn't be like tolerated. But like the free speech type of shit, like I think it should be a lot loose. Like I'm all for putting people like Trump and fucking Kanye and put them on Twitter. That's what we're there for. We're there for a fucking good time. And like I want to watch Donald Trump talk shit to other world leaders on Twitter. That's what I want to see. But like Stuart, how do you feel about it?
I personally, because like I'm all for freedom of speech and all that, but when you're on a privately owned a privately owned company like Twitter and their forum, they can choose whether or not to have you, and that's not protected by the First Amendment. And so personally, if I own Twitter, I would not allow that kind of hate speech. I wouldn't have Donald Trump back. I wouldn't have Kanye back. I probably wouldn't even have a guy as divisive as Elon Musk on it, to be honest with you. But again, if I own Twitter, it would probably fail faster than it will with Elon Musk at the helm. Nothing online ends well.
I want the internet to go back to like 2012 times where people
are you gonna pay $8 to get a blue check mark?
Hell no.
I would.
I saw Stephen King said he's like, I'm not gonna pay $20 for a blue check mark, and Elon Musk hit him back and said, well, I gotta make money somewhere. How about $8?
Yeah, well, I see that. Well, yeah, and I saw the tweet. He's like, the system they have in place now for who gets verified is ridiculous. He goes, so power to the people. But then everybody's like, so I can just make, so like say, I want to fucking ruin Stuart's life, and I just decide to make a Twitter under Stuart's name and then pay $8 a month to get a blue check mark next to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now I'm almost more legit. I am more legit than Stuart's Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm now a blue check mark Stuart Inman, and he's just Inman Outburger on fucking Twitter, and like,
yeah,
it's just like it very easily could go wrong. So obviously if that's how they're going to go about things, that they're going to have to figure that one out.
And for a capitalist like Elon Musk, who all that matters is his ego and his bottom line, he's fine with that. He doesn't give a shit.
Dude, I want the internet to go back to like 2012 times. Like I don't think we were all that fucking bad off with everybody talking shit and all that came with it. Yeah, like some people are fucking nasty online. So what? Like moderate it, and get rid of it. Sure. Like fucking, but like Twitter should be a place on the internet where everybody just talks mad shit. I think like people are just getting too far away from that. Like we need outlets like that where people can just yell and bitch at each other and say outlandish shit and not have any repercussions for it other than like stuff that's like obviously targeting people. But like seriously, like honestly, were we all like, back on AIM or back when we were like look at a YouTube comment section from back in the day. Like, was the world that much worse just because that shit was going on? No. Like, no. I don't know. I don't think people really give a fuck. Like, I would just like, because like me getting banned off of fucking Twitter for making a joke at Canada, like, really? Like, should that really?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
is anybody really gonna look at that and like, other than see that I would like it was maybe a joke in bad taste and fucking?
Well, here's the thing. I would argue
give me a second chance.
I do though. I would argue that there are people that they're the part of the argument I do understand is that I do think there are people that are like that, because in 2012 the internet is so much more a part of everyday life now than it was in 2012. There are people now whose entire existence is online. You know what I'm saying? And like, and they take that shit as gospel, and they, there are people that maybe who get fucking just destroyed. They're bullied and shit in their everyday life, and like they've now created, they're this online. They feel they have like a safe, and it's just So I do think that like when, like you said, the hate speech, I'm all for people. Like, I don't care if Donald Trump wants to get on there and tell everybody that fucking other world leaders have small cocks and shit. Like, I don't care. But like, I think that's tight. And I'm all for like him and like, even like some of Kanye. Like, I'm not there. Like, if he starts spouting the Jew shit, like obviously get him off there. Cause like the anti-Semitic shit and like the fact that like the N-word was trending so hard, like stuff like that's got to go. Like, because here's the thing, like, I do think that there needs to be a place like Twitter, which is like a fucking just a melting pot of bullshit. Like I'm all for that. I want to be in a crazy environment where shit is just popping the fuck off. I love it. But I also don't want it to be a place where, like, you know, there like a group of people scrolls down Twitter and literally just feels like this is not where I should be. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like there should be somewhat of a limit.
I would also say though, like, I don't think anything's going to be radically different on Twitter because, like, I mean, I don't
agree
think
too.
I don't think the people who were in charge of Twitter before were probably like all these very all-knowing altruistic people who, like,
No, they were kind of idiots.
Yeah, they're fucking idiots. And so like, I'm not saying that like Elon's the answer, but like also it's just like, I don't know, if let somebody else take a shot at it.
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah, and here's the thing too. Like,
I'd rather err on the side of offending people than err on the side of censorship.
Right.
I'd rather be offended by Donald Trump than to have him not be on a platform at all.
He hasn't even had a chance. Like, he's not really put any changes into effect yet. He's fired some people and he's obviously put some people back on Twitter, but apparently, like, he can't even start like legally. Like, I don't even think did
you
like,
see the pictures of the guys walking out of the Twitter headquarters with the boxes? Did you guys see that was a publicity stunt by Elon Musk?
I don't know if it was by guys that like Elon Musk.
It was a publicity stunt. So they told the guy, one guy said his last name was Ligma, and the other guy said his last name was Johnson. And
I saw that. I saw him put the picture up. Yeah, Ligma.
It was like a complete publicity stunt, and it wasn't like actual people who got fired from Twitter. I just thought that was
trolls.
I did see that he fucked that guy that was supposed to get like millions of dollars or whatever, and he found a way. Like the guy, the CEO or whatever. I think.
Yeah, they call him golden parachutes for like, if you fire a top exec, they get like a $25 million like firing. Like,
and he found a way around it, and the guy gets no money. Elon Musk apparently found a way around that, and that guy gets $0. So
one of those trolls that was pretending to be, because the media. They have a narrative and they want to find something to fit the narrative. They found those guys out there with their cardboard boxes filled with fake office supplies and the Michelle Obama book in their box too.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah,
that was the touch. Was like,
like, look, I fuck all extreme rich people. I am on that boat. Like, fuck them all. Like, I'm not like, when it boils down to it. I mean, like, if we got to start like if there's ever like a fucking rapture, like, we got to kill those motherfuckers first. I'm for that.
If Nick is ever gonna have to resort to cannibalism, he's gonna eat the rich first.
But Elon Musk is another guy that I think he's fucking hilarious. I just think he is. I think he's arrogant as fuck. I think he is as a
personality. It's just entertaining. I think
but I also think he's also super fucking important. Like, I don't think people like. I think if Elon Musk didn't exist, I think people would be wishing for somebody like as far as like, because like, if you just took away all the shit that comes out of his mouth, like, the guy does pretty ridiculous shit, and it's like one of those things where, like, like when Kanye's spouting off. Kanye makes sense when he's saying, like, the president of the United States, doesn't take meetings with Elon Musk. Maybe he doesn't need to take people, or like people higher up maybe don't need to like take advice from Elon Musk. But like, somebody who's got that much goddamn influence, like, has to be, considered. Right. I feel like. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong there.
I find him entertaining, but I dislike more than I enjoy his presence, the fact that he has such influence.
Yeah, he's a little small dick syndrome too. I mean,
yeah, because once you have all the money in the world, all you have left is ego, and these kinds of people can't tolerate having their ego checked, and that becomes a very dangerous thing.
Can we all though, if you strip all the what's right and wrong about this? Can we all just agree what a big dick move it is to say, I'm just going to buy Twitter? I mean, that's fucking, that's pretty ridiculous.
It certainly wasn't seamless. I mean, he tried to back out and then he came back.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
a big dick move.
Dude, for you to just be like, I'm going to buy Twitter.
Which probably it all stemmed from a kid who was tracking his plane at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because of a small dick and big ego.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all to prove a point, but like, I just feel like just to be able to do that, Like just to be able to be like, bro, yeah, you know what? I don't like the way this is going. I'm gonna buy it.
I'm just gonna throw money at my problem.
I'm gonna buy $44 billion worth of this platform.
That's like taking your ball and leaving, but like the way cool rich version of just like.
Well, it's like
oh, yeah?
it's like
you guys don't like me. I'm gonna buy your
it's-
fucking
to
company.
me, it's the
You can't stop
equivalent
me.
of. So there's that story of Eminem. The first time Eminem ever dissed Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson went out and bought his fucking masters. So
Yeah.
or bought his or bought the rights to Stan or bought the rights to something. So basically every time that those songs were played, Michael Jackson was making money off. So it's like
Damn, he did that to Paul McCartney and Eminem.
I think he did that to Eminem. That could be a fault. I mean, that could be something I read on the internet, but that was one of those things that like it sounded right.
Because Michael Jackson he went to an auction with Paul McCartney and bought the Beatles masters.
And a lot of people are saying that's the worst.
Also,
and a lot of people are saying that's the worst thing he ever did, but I disagree.
Yeah, I would put. I mean, honestly, I would put that
pedophilia,
like
the boy fucking
right in front of it.
Yeah,
pedophilia is like a little bit. It's not as bad.
They were
pedophilia,
okay. I'll laugh at that.
Breaking up the Jackson 5.
Yeah, fuck Jackson 5. But I mean, yeah, that I don't know. I don't want to spread.
Fuck
I want to
the
look
Jackson
that up,
5. Though. That's what their dad did.
Yeah, I do want to look that up now. After the show, I'm going to see if that's real. But yeah, that'd be a big dick move as well. Buying somebody's masters just to say, hey, get fucked.
Yeah.
But well, I guess before we get out of here, I mean, we got to talk about fucking today's NBA free agency or NFL free agent trade deadline. So we got to at least chat about. Let's talk about this before we get out of here. You know, it's a big day. Browns won last night, by the way, too, motherfuckers. So big Browns dub. Ho ho. Dog check. Fucking everybody's talking shit. Everybody thought we were dead in the water. Everybody thought, dude, and it's so funny because Adele, I'm giving you a shout out here, big dog. I saw you in 5 minutes into the game say Jacoby Brissett is so shitty or whatever on Twitter. I was gonna screenshot his stats and post them under that, but I didn't want to do you like that because the guy looked like fucking. I mean,
I saw that post game and I was like, that didn't age well,
dude. The Browns fucking showed up. Like, and I know that history is on our side against the Bengals, but. The Bengals are good. Like that O-line's trash, but they are still fucking like lesser teams. We've been shredded by Joe Flacco. Okay,
Shit.
We lost to Marcus Mariota, who threw the ball 7 times in a game. Okay, so if we can go out there and dog fuck Joe Burrow and the Bengals, that's a W. Like
it's just such a fucking exhausting pattern, though, where it's like
is.
Where you get to see the Browns like just. It's so rare for us to actually put an ass whooping on somebody.
We do it like once a year, though.
We love to give up leads and all that. So when it's like, man, look what you're capable of doing against the team that was just
make
in
it
the Super
I'm just
Bowl.
thinking, make it make sense. Like you guys blow a 14-point lead to the Jets in the last like 2 minutes, but you can beat the AFC defending champions.
It doesn't make sense. This is
like,
Browns fucking football.
Well, here's the thing though, and they mentioned it during the fucking game. Like all of those losses are like 2 points, 1 point. You know what I'm saying? Like we are literally if that defense that played last night is in all of those games, we don't like we've who knows what our fucking record is right now. Definitely not 3-5. I mean that we have on days, and I was saying this at the beginning of the year when I was like, look, I'd rather have it to where when we broke the Browns down, all of us agreed that the offense was the big question.
Yeah.
The defense, we were all like, okay, well, they've got a good defense. They were rated. They're great last year. They're even better. You know, we're not worried about the defense. We're worried about the offense. Right. So when the season starts and it's the defense shit in the bed and it's the offense playing out of their fucking minds, right. I'm a little more okay with that because I'm inclined to think that the defense will figure it out. And the offense just needs to will probably cool off a little bit, which it has. There's been some ugly moments, but as long as we've run the ball, I mean, we're undefeated. I'm pretty sure when Nick Chubb has the ball 20, when he rushes the ball 20 times, we're undefeated this year. So it's like when we play the offense we need to, and the defense plays like it fucking can, like we saw last night. This team it's a hard team. What
you could tell that Stefanski against his primal fucking urges, he was definitely forcing himself to force that ball into Chubb's hands 20 times in that game.
Absolutely. You know he did.
I keep thinking about this. Okay, Deshaun Watson dragged a decrepit fucking Houston Texans team to the AFC Championship and was up against Patrick Mahomes by like 17-0 in the first quarter. And I'm thinking about, okay, if Deshaun Watson is 90% of what he was prior to, all the shit happening, this is a way easier team for him to drag and bring up to a level of relevance in terms of the offense. And if that, like you said, if that defense shows up, you might be looking at a fucking new contender in the AFC North. Like, I mean, that's just my non-biased Browns opinion, because I witnessed Deshaun Watson just take over games versus the Titans that the Texans really had no business winning, and just fucking just dragging him to victory. And if he can do anything like that with you guys, then
and here's the thing, like we are 2-1 in the division right now.
Right.
So we've played 3 division games. Deshaun Watson's going to be there for the next 3. All the last 3 remaining games we have in the division are all with Deshaun Watson. I don't think Cincinnati has won a divisional game yet.
You're gonna play the Texans, so that's a dub.
We're gonna play the Texans, so it's one of these things where it's like, we're not in great shape. I mean, nobody wants to be 3-5, but it's one of those, you see it on Twitter every week where it's like, we don't want to be the Browns fans. They're like, we're not out of it. I mean, we're literally right there. I mean, the Ravens are in first place, but like we're right there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, big fucking win last night. It was nice to just whoop somebody's ass and not have to be. I mean, like Stuart and I, we're saying in the group chat, like you're still a little worried. You could be at 50 and you're still a little worried. But it was nice not to be like super fucking worried. Like it was nice to be like, okay.
Once they missed that 2-point conversion, that was it for me. That game was signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah, it was a dub. But
the moment that we kicked that 10-yard punt, I went to the Browns subreddit for like validation of my feelings. And all the other Browns fans were like, my asshole is still clenched. We're up, but we're up by like 26 with 6 minutes left, and I still can't be like.
Oh, that was like the ugliest punt I think I've seen all year.
I texted. I said, you might as well have punted it fucking backwards. You gave them incredible position.
That's like the one time in life where I think there is not a good shot, but a shot that I could have done better in that scenario. Now, I'm not saying it's not great. I'm not saying a great shot, but that was fucking brutal.
I was like, dude, that's the one thing you get paid to do. And you're gonna punt it 10 yards.
Dude,
the
Browns have 1 loss this year out of the 5 that has been by double digits. The rest have been less than 1 score games.
Yeah, well,
if you actually think about this season, I don't know that you could ask for much more than that.
I mean, if we would have won a couple, like the fucking Jets, some of those games that are like downright awful to lose, like that one, and
I asked for my team to just finish the fucking game.
Yes,
the Jets
winnable games
and
if you have
Falcons.
your starting quarterback.
Yeah,
if you have your starting quarterback, you probably win those games.
And then the Chargers going for it on 4th down and trying to give like teams want to give us wins, and we just run away. I don't understand it. But before we fucking talk about the Browns for the last 20 minutes of this goddamn show, the reason we started with them is obviously because they just laid the pipe, and this is a pro-Brown show. Cleveland gets the world, fuck you. But Kareem Hunt, who everybody thought was going to be the for sure trade coming out of this trade deadline, he didn't get traded. He stays with the Browns, thank God. I'm very happy with that. I think we are just even better with that. I want to see Deshaun Watson on the field with both running backs. I just want to see it.
That's a lot of leg.
That's a lot of leg. I'm very glad. He's just a great running back. So,
and Deshaun has 3 legs, so
yeah, and yeah, yeah.
I was kind of
active with all 3.
Looking at Dearness Johnson last night, and like you could tell he was like kind of getting primed to be like, I'm gonna be the fucking guy. And then we're like, nah, sit the fuck back down.
Well, it's like you didn't know, because like you either thought Kareem Hunt's had such a small role lately, and then he has all these touches. It's either they're giving him all these touches because it's a goodbye, kind of like, or we're giving him all these touches because to up his stock, or it's just because we're reintegrating him into the offense and we're ready to roll. And yeah, as we're looking at him, if you're watching, that's Kareem Hunt yesterday in the Joker mask, fucking big Reem walking in with the fucking Tony Stewart looking jacket on.
Dude,
fucking sick.
the best package that we added this game was Kareem and Nick on the field at the same
Yeah,
time.
which we've only been asking for fucking since the day he
what-
came
Two
there.
back set.
Exactly.
Jesus
Split back.
Christ. But when it comes to trade deadline, so what other big moves? Roquan Smith gets traded yesterday. I mean, it wasn't really a deadline move, but it was. I mean, I guess leading up to the deadline. So Roquan to the Ravens. So what are some other? What do you think some of the other like biggest trades today were? Like, what do you
I
think were the
thought
most
Bradley
impactful
Chubb
ones?
going to Miami is huge.
I agree. They gave up. I mean, they gave up. It's so weird that they went out and got Chase Edmond like that. Like, and then they went out. He was the first running back signed in free agency. Like all the other running backs were available. He was they went out and got him. So it's so weird that they just like kind of give him to.
I think
Denver like that.
I think they just realized he wasn't a scheme fit for them. They just wanted to fucking have some dude who could just run north south.
And they realized that like all of us realize when Raheem, I say this all the time. And it's obviously it's sarcastic because he's not the greatest of all time, but Raheem Mostert might be the greatest running back of all time. We just don't know because he's never on. He's just never on the field. When he's on the field, he is a killer, like an absolute. Like he might be the most dynamic, fucking fast because he's like an Olympic, not Olympic, but he's a sprinter, like in college. The guy is just ridiculous, but he always gets hurt. He starts the year hurt, kind of. He's in the backfield. They went out and got Chase Edmonds, and then obviously when you put him on the field, like you said, he's not a scheme fit, and Raheem Mostert is blowing him out of the fucking water. But you go out and sign Jeff Wilson. They trade for Jeff Wilson.
I just don't get how he's not a scheme fit though, because like he's a check down or like does the check down. He like I thought it was gonna be great, but
what
fucking. No, I thought Edmonds.
Like
I thought
this.
Edmonds was going to be fucking great in that offense.
God, I love our front office. He's such a cutie.
Naeem Hines. Goes
I was just going to say, rest in peace to Stewart's James Cook fucking fantasy thing because Naeem Hines just took his job. Zach Moss just got shipped the fuck out. Nobody wants Naeem Hines. He's a Colt now. Oops. Chase. Okay, this is we talk about this. Good. Like this is a good. This is gonna be nice for Justin Fields, but you're out of your fucking mind. You gotta think we traded a 5th round pick for Amari Cooper. They traded a 2nd round pick for Chase Claypool. Can lick me, dude. He is not even that good.
He's Canadian.
Like, he's fucking, and he's a fucking, and he was apparently a big distraction there. A 2nd round pick. I mean, that's to me, it's a little overpay. But
I mean, at least when your quarterback throws one of his 10 passes, maybe they won't get dropped. So
hey, Justin Fields is climbing. He's going to be. I have faith in Justin Fields. I really do.
You want to hear something fucked up?
Huh?
This is the moment just now where I just found out that Zach Moss went to Indianapolis.
Oh, you just found out?
You just told me I just found out, and I'm gonna go fucking cry, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
That's fucking.
Well, we got Calvin Ridley got traded to Jacksonville. That really won't come up until next year.
Yeah, he's fucking chanting Duval.
So you're telling me.
But I did see that I have another piece to my fucking Vikings tree that I have every Viking player now because TJ Hawkinson gets traded inside the division.
Jack's got Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, now TJ Hawkinson,
and KJ Osborne.
Dude, you need to chill the fuck out with the Vikings.
Well, KJ
even
Osborne,
before the Hawkinson trade.
Okay, I had Thielen and Jefferson just because they were actually fantasy relevant. And then KJ Osborne is in case Justin Jefferson goes down, this guy's getting all the targets. And then now TJ Hawkinson gets traded to him. And now I'm like, I need to diversify my portfolio.
Yeah, you might have to start talking to people. What were you going to say though, Stuart? What were you going to say something about Zach Moss?
Well, yeah, Zach Moss goes to Indianapolis. That hurts. And then also, I have James Robinson who just went to fucking the Jets. So I'm like double fucked on my.
I do think James Robinson will eventually be. I think after a week or two, I don't know if he'll be what he was.
He'll never supplant Breece Hall if Breece Hall gets.
Well, that's the thing. Breece Hall will obviously, if Breece Hall gets healthy, he's the guy. But I do think that they obviously don't believe in Michael Carter. But
I'm okay because that means more touches for James Cook, which I got, And you know what? Tyler Algier is stepping up
Well,
too, and he's getting more
James Cook, as I
touches.
was saying, James Cook's fucked because he was doing the receiving thing, and now Naheem Hines just took his job. So,
Uh,
yeah, it's
at least
it-
Tyler Algier is.
yeah. I mean, you're looking good there, but what's his face comes back? We gotta see what Cordell Patterson looks like. When he comes back, because when that comes back, you got to think Tyler Algier for you, and just this being a dynasty league, you are good because he 100% is the future of the running back there. But as far as this year, I do think that when Cordell Patterson comes back, I think he probably takes over. I mean, I think that he goes back to being the lead guy. I don't think Tyler Algier disappears, though. I think Caleb Huntley is the guy that gets fucked in that situation.
I agree, and also once James Conner's out of fucking Arizona, Keontae Ingram. I've been stashing that dude. I released him for 1 week, and I made sure I had him.
Yeah,
back.
I thought it was funny. Stewart's like Keontae Ingram has arrived, and then he had what he didn't play this week. I think he got benched this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, a big day though. I mean, record 10 trades is a record for
Never happens in the
day.
NFL. It seems
Yeah, never fucking happens. Some of them are a little smaller than others. Like I said, I don't know if you guys read my text earlier, but that Roquan Smith deal is fucking ridiculous. Like
they got him for free.
The fact that if he walks, they get a pick back is ridiculous.
Right.
Like that is what a fucking deal. So,
I mean, is he on the last year of his contract? So it's basically they're just leasing him.
Yeah, they're leasing him.
So Chicago could have franchise tagged him for the second time, but
he probably didn't want that.
No,
yeah,
he's
our whole other fantasy league is mostly Bears fans, and they're just in this other. I mean, they're just. I know they're sad. So.
Oh, absolutely.
They're always
sadder than usual.
Sadder than usual. But yeah, other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about. The Blues suck. We're not going to really get into them when your fucking GM has to come out and do a press conference and say that I trust the coach and it's the team's not trying and just a bunch of shit today. You don't like that. That kills me. So it's not really hockey season to me yet.
I put on my McKinnis jersey right before this, and I was going to wear a McKinnis jersey onto the pod, and I looked in the mirror and I went, not worth it. And
don't do it yet. Take it off. Yeah. What when we deserve
Tupac
it.
Never let me down.
How do you feel about it, Jack? I know you're. I mean,
it's just. I mean, yeah. It's the beginning of the season. If let me, like you said, just tell me when it's January. If we're playing the same way, then I'll be worried. But
yeah, me too.
I mean,
but it's basketball season, baby, and the Cav Daddies. Oh, baby, them boys look so goddamn good. Now, before I do that trade worked out for both teams. Doesn't happen very often. I mean, Lauri Markkanen is everything he's doing right now. Every average stat right now,
31
career highs. Well, he just scored 31, but he's averaging like 20 something. Everything's career high. Like he's just across the board. So
it feels good to beat the Grizzlies. I mean, I like the Grizzlies. I'm a fan, but God, it feels good to beat the Grizzlies. That first game was awfully close, but last night, where it was like very handed the Grizzlies their ass. I'm like,
yeah, it's good shit. Tomorrow we get the cat, tomorrow when this drops, today, whenever you're listening, whatever, Wednesday night basketball, Cavs Celtics rematch. So we'll see that. Cavs 5-1. Donovan Mitchell's fucking third right now in MVP ladder rankings. I know it's early, but he's averaging like 31 points. 31 points a game. They lose their first game. They've won 6 in a row or 5 in a row. They just set the record for threes by 3 teammates. They're just fucking balling out of control. Yeah, look at that guy. Look at that. So he is so glad to be out of Utah. I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a video of these Utah kids walking around a Walmart dressed in shackles and they blackfaced themselves and they were dressed in prison garb. And when they were like confronted about it and put on camera, they couldn't have cared less. Because they're from Utah.
There's not a lot of repercussions that are going to happen to them for Utah.
They all got promoted, I'm sure. They probably got back to their job and got high-fived and shit. But
their dad gave them another wife, and it was fucking peachy keen for them.
He's gravy.
Yeah, but so that I'm sure he's glad to get the fuck out. I've never seen the guy smile that much. I'll tell you that.
I'm just stoked that you love Spidey like I love Spidey now.
He's he's
mine
now.
He's mine now.
He's mine now. So yeah, you can borrow him. Yeah, I mean, I'll
always be a fan, man. I'll probably have to get a Cavs jersey here.
Hey, jersey flock, baby. 40 $40. That jersey's the shit. But yeah, dude. I mean, other than that, I guess really not much else to talk about. Gold Glove was announced today. 4 for the Guardians. Fucking let's go. 2 for the Cardinals. Cardinals. Brendan Donovan, first. He's the first utility player in NL history to win a Gold Glove. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
What was it? 10th consecutive one for
Nolan Arenado. So
Nolan
yeah,
Arenado.
and that ties Ichiro's streak for most consecutive Gold Gloves to start a career. So
That's
10.
That's big.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. And Nolan Arenado just opted in, so he is a Cardinal through 2027. So it's brighter days ahead. I hope.
Hopefully we can
do
win
something.
a fucking title with them.
Yeah, let's build around these dudes. Let's quit fucking around, okay? Like
Right
obviously
about
the Aaron Judge isn't people are like, oh, Aaron Judge and Arenado and Goldschmidt would be, yeah, get real, not happening. But fucking we can do something. We need to
You already
do
took
something.
Bader, damn it.
Yeah, well, Bader, fuck Harrison Bader. This home run, this thing he's doing right now is not going to last. Anyone can hit home runs in Yankee Stadium, and that's why Aaron Judge isn't going to fucking leave because you can hit 62 fucking home. I mean, obviously it's a feat to go hit 62. I mean, I'm not saying just because where he plays, but it doesn't hurt that he plays in a fucking minor league baseball stadium.
If he goes anywhere, it better be like Colorado, where the ball flies.
You could bunt home runs in Colorado. That motherfucker just. But yeah, Gold Gloves today. 4 for the goddamn Guardians. They got robbed. Jose Ramirez should have gotten one. I know the front office agrees. We should have had wasn't that a tied a record? Right when front office wasn't that a tied the record?
That would have broken the record if I'm not mistaken. 4 is the record, so we tied it.
We tied the record. Okay, so that would have broken so Cardinals were 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so. I mean, so cool. At least we tied the record because Jose should have got it, but these 4 definitely. I mean, these guys are bona fide. So, all right. What do you think you guys want to add? Do you guys want to fucking say anything to the people before we leave? Jack, you got the
all
you
the
got
Quans
fucking...
get all the Quans ever do is get gold, man. Michelle,
Ooh.
Steven, all they do is get that gold. I love it.
Michelle Kwan. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for fucking tuning in. Don't forget to, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when we drop the shit. 9 a.m. tomorrow, everywhere. Premiering on YouTube. Find us everywhere. Love you.
Share this podcast with one person.
Yeah. If there's anything you guys do this week, share it with one person. We need to fucking grow this shit. Like we're still learning. We're trying to get there, but look, help us. Tell somebody about it. We're trying. We're pumping it. We're fucking the episodes are only getting better. So
we're grateful.
We're grateful. Check us out on Pornhub. Love you guys. Kisses.
Bye.